I don't know if anybody's tuned in yet. I'll just keep refreshing here. Yeesh. I think Jimbo's still live, and I'm not sure if I am. Ah, crap. All right, it looks like it looks like I am up. I don't know if Jimbo is still going or not. But man, Monica's amazing. Honestly, I love that dude. Oh, cool. All right. He's done. But yeah, hopefully a bunch of y'all caught Jim's set. The guy is just super, super talented. Honestly, one of the reasons I wanted to play in Yoke, he was like the biggest reason. I remember hearing the bass line to a Yoke song called Green, and that, man, it was so damn good. Just the intro, and it wasn't even hard. Like, it wasn't this like, oh my God thing, but the way he played it, I was like, I gotta play with that dude. Yeah, so I'll probably tell some Yoke stories tonight. So why don't we just get started? This is a Billy Joel tune. I did it last time, and it came out pretty good. But I like it. It's fun to play. Saturday night and you're still hanging around. You're tired of living in your one-horse town. You'd like to find a little hole in the ground for a while. So you go to the village in your tie-dyed jeans, and you stare at the junkies and the closet queens. It's like some pornographic magazine, and you smile. Captain Jack will get you high tonight and take you to your special island. Oh, Captain Jack will get you by tonight. Just a little push and you'll be smiling. Oh, 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 yeah, yeah. Sister's gone out, she's on a date, and you just sit at home and masturbate. Your phone's gonna ring soon, but you just can't wait for that call. So you go to the village in your new English clothes, and you look so polished from your head down to your toes. Oh, but still your fingers gonna pick your nose. knows after all. But Captain Jack will get you high tonight and take you to your special island. Oh, Captain Jack will get you by tonight. Just a little push and you'll be smiling, yeah. So you decide to take a holiday. You got your tape deck and a brand new Chevrolet, but there ain't no place to go anyway. What for? You got everything, man. Oh, but nothing's cool. They just found your father in a swimming pool, and I guess you won't be going back to school after all. But Captain Jack will get you high tonight and take you to your special island. Oh, Captain Jack will get you by tonight. Just a little push and you'll be smiling. So you play round-bones and you smoke your pot and you meet your girlfriend in a parking lot. And still you rake for the things you haven't got. What went wrong? You can't understand why your world is so dead, and why you gotta keep in style and feed your head. Why at 21, still your mother makes your bed. That's too long. Captain Jack will get you high tonight and take you to your special island. Oh, Captain Jack will get you by tonight. Just a little push and you'll be smiling. Oh, Captain Jack will get you high tonight and take you to your special island. Oh, Captain Jack will get you by tonight. Just a little push and you'll be smiling. Oh, yeah. Perfect timing. My ears unplugged right at the end of the song. Brilliant. I gotta figure out some fancy thing here. There we go. Maybe it won't. Maybe it won't unplug again on me. Were you golfing in the rain, John? At least you were golfing, right? You got to be prepared for that kind of stuff. Exactly. I know I'm behind in the comment, but that's hilarious. So I gotta say this. last stream, which was 2 weeks ago, Lamonaco played after me. So, as I finished my stream, and I immediately turned on Jimbo's and sat down here for a little while, smoked a pipe, and watched him play. And the last tune he did tonight, which I didn't get to hear all of, I had to switch over after the bass solo in that song, but he played last time I saw it. And I was like, man, that is a great freaking tune. So of course the first thing I do is go to Google and start searching for Dirty Gertie, the song. And nothing is coming up, and I'm like, what the hell? And I'm texting him while I'm doing this. I'm telling him it was a great set, and all the stuff came out really good. And and finally I was like, all right, I gotta ask him. I'm like, yo, is that Hurdy-Gurdy song an original? And he was like, yeah. And I felt so bad because that song is really freaking good. I mean, the lyrics, all that stuff. And, Jimbo never really wrote lyrics in Yoke. That was all Dave and Jimmy John. And so, man, I didn't put two and two together, and I feel real bad, but that song is freaking awesome. I mean, the song, the music, the bass solo, the lyrics, everything about it is just a great, great, great song. So I had to admit that because I saw that he might be still watching. So my apologies, Jimbo. I love you, brother, and that song is amazing. And I did not mean to underestimate you at all. But I learned now that won't happen. So I'm just kind of warming up, so I'm just going to play the vibraphone a little bit for y'all. All right. That's just something to keep me playing for a little while. Uh, so if you've never seen any of the streams or any of the stuff that I've done, this whole thing started from during soundcheck with Mo and stuff. I a lot of times try to get on stage if I can before anybody else is up there, which kind of means after Vin. So Vin will get up and play and make a ton of noise, not bad noise, but just noise. And then I'll try sort of wait for him to slow down a little bit, try to get to the stage, and then I'll play some loops off the pad that I have and just play over the top of them, just to warm up and stuff like that. And then everybody slowly gets to the stage. So that's sort of where that whole thing came from. Y'all are funny. Everyone went golfing today. So, did JD like the driver? That's the real question. All right, so I kind of spazzed it tonight and didn't necessarily write a set list. So, all right, we'll do that one. I think the vibraphone is a little low side tonight. I gotta use harder mallets. All right, this is a song I wrote several months ago. I don't even really know what it's about, but it's called Rising. It's the same thing every day. I need it right before my eyes. Then inspiration begins to rise. System overload. It's ready to explode. I think it's reached it. There's nothing else to see. There's no time to attune. We'll be coming soon. Building up in speed. Not knowing where this leads. Let's just try to keep control and see for whom the bell will toll. I guess we'll be who we will be, and we'll see what we will see. It's gonna break. Don't wanna see the fake. Rain is so much more. I've heard it all before. It isn't what you do. It's only coming through. It's also who you are. It's how it got this far. That one's called Rising, and now I have to pick another one. Oh, let's. All right. So when we first started, I said I was gonna tell yoke stories because they're just in my head right now. And Rob on bass? Oh no, that's always me on bass. um, yeah, all the stuff that I do, the streams and stuff, it's all stuff that I've been recording. So um, I think yeah, on everything that I do live, there was one of the songs on my SoundCloud called "Lovely" was like a Latin jazz tune. So a buddy of mine, well, actually the alto saxophone player from Yoke, Jeff Pettit, he recorded some sax lines on it, and he did a mix of it as well for me that I need to post on the SoundCloud, but he needs to send me a lossless file. But yeah, so I was playing bass on that one, and all the stuff I'll be playing. Um, so this is one of my more favorite yoke stories. There's a lot of them. I mean, look, I have so many stories just from being on the road with however many bands I've actually gone out and sort of done tours with, and there's always something that happens. But when I was playing in Yoke, our first trip out to Colorado, which first of all, right there just spawns a whole mess of stories. Um, but we played in Steamboat Springs at this club, and it was a club that I had played with Mo before, but this was Yoke's first time out to Colorado. I can't remember, the Inferno, maybe something like that. So we're setting up and stuff, and um, a couple. We know we just actually we had sound checked and ate and come back, and we're getting ready to play, and we see like a bunch of kids, whatever, 20 somethings like that kind of age, come in and sit down at a table and stuff. And we're like, all right, and there's only like, I don't know, 9, 10 people in the bar at this time. And then we start playing, and then, maybe 8 or 10 Hell's Angels come in and sit down at a bunch of the tables or go over to the bar, and they start drinking and stuff. And as like several songs have gone on, that's more and more Hell's Angels are coming in. So at this point, maybe 4 songs in, something like that. It's kind of a tough memory because it was a long time ago, but it sort of goes something like this. But at some point in the night, there was a ton of Hell's Angels in this bar. And as, interspersed with the Hell's Angels that were coming in were a handful of music fans who might have been there to see us. And then a handful of cops who were there for obvious reasons. So I'm playing, and I'm like, all right, this is this is really weird. There's a whole bunch of pressure going on, and everybody sort of seemed to have a good time. And if you don't know who Yoke was, or if you've never seen what we look like, so at the point in time, I had dreads maybe about down to here, and I used to play in just a black skirt, and that was it. That's what I wore drumming. Our guitar player, Pete Caravellis, had long-ass dreadlocks. Dave Fitzhugh had mohawk at the time. I think maybe he was bald. Jimbo had, I don't know what Jimbo had, like this Jeff Pettit, and Drew Bolivia were the only, like, straight-ish looking. Jeff had this, big-ass beard and long ponytail hair, and Drew was just straight looking as they come. And probably one of the craziest of us. But anyway, so it was just weird being on the stage and playing Yoke music, which is, not exactly mainstream, and for a whole bunch of Hell's Angels. And, so slowly they seem to be sort of enjoying themselves. It's hard to get the read. And then one of them comes walking up to the stage, and his guy's holding a highball glass filled with Jack Daniels. And he just walks up to the front of the stage during one of the songs, and he's just standing there. and we're playing the song, and this guy is like standing dead still, this biker look on his face, and he's just standing there with this big ass glass of whiskey. And I can't. This stuff gets into my head sometimes when I play whatever. It's a little weird, but it's in the. I'm like watching this guy. I'm like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? And I'm drumming, and oh no, and the song ends, and he holds the glass of whiskey up, and Jimmy John, our lead singer, reaches down, he takes the glass of whiskey. The guy says something. The dude, Jimmy John, turns around. He comes walking to me. And he's like, "Hey man, this guy just bought you a drink." And the rest of the night proceeded to go extremely well. I'm sure I got really drunk. And then to the capper of the story, after playing a whole show that actually did end up going really well for a whole bunch of Hells Angels and cops and a small smattering of like live music fans, we're out in the back and we had broken everything down. And as we're breaking down, guys, sort of talking to some of the Hells Angels as stuff happened. They're slowly filtering out of the club. And we're loading the van. We get everything in the van or whatever, double checking, doing the whole idiot check and stuff. And I'm standing out in the parking lot, or the back of the club is on. There's this shelf that goes down into this really huge lot, and this really huge lot is just filled with motorcycles, and there's a ton of them. And they all start firing up at the same time. Harley Davidson's loud as all get out, and it's like a freaking thunderstorm. And, I was standing out behind this club, and I'm just kind of smoking, enjoying jazz cigarette. And I can't see out of my right eye. So when someone's standing like right here, I can't see this. I can't see my hand. And I just hear, man, this is my favorite part. As they're rolling, all these Harleys are rolling out, and it's loud, and just you can feel it in your chest and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, man. And the three of the cops are standing right next to me. And I'm like, you. What? So I guess I figured they weren't really worried about the Hells Angels. They weren't going to be working about some little dreadlocked white dude smoking a joint in back of a club at night. They just wanted to watch the Harleys pull away just like I did. But it was pretty hilarious. All right. So this next one, this is like kind of a jazz standard, a Latin jazz standard. It's called Afro Blue. All right, that was a tune called Afro Blue. Uh, Definitely one of the. I think Miles covered it. Coltrane might have covered it. But it's a pretty big staple in the jazz community as far as Latin goes. It's usually in 6/8, but I did kind of a 4/4 thing or 8/8, and whatever you want to call it. All right. Oh, that's loud. So this is a new tune that I just kind of just wrote. Um, just posted on my SoundCloud page like last week. Um, if you go to my Facebook page, there's a link to it somewhere in there. The bio on my Instagram has a link to my SoundCloud page, and then hopefully the next time I stream, I'll be smart enough to put it up in the little window thing up there, or maybe it'll be down there. I don't know. Anyway, the this is a song called "Life Behind Bars," and it's kind of a very fast retrospective, I guess, of how I ended up living a life behind the vibraphone. Because it's a weird. You don't see the instrument a lot played much anymore. I mean, you definitely don't see it very often in a kind of rock and roll format. You have the guy, the percussionist for STS9, whose name I can't think of right now, has a vibraphone in his rig. Obviously had Ruth Underwood with Frank Zappa. Ed Mann, who is still playing and still doing amazing things. I'm actually working with Mike Dillon, who's another vibraphone player, and he's like the punkiest punk rock crazy vibraphone player that ever was. But with working with Mike, I had the opportunity to play a couple gigs with Ed Mann, and that was really cool, man. First of all, he's a monster player. If you can play that stuff that Zappa wrote for the Mallets, you're a monster right there. And then he's just super original. The guy just thinks different. And then, like I said, Mike, who's Mike's another. The guy's just a monster player. He's a great guy. I met him when we were doing the Mo or Less shows. That was when I first met Mike, and we've been, really good friends ever since. Yeah, he's kind of like he's guided me through the vibraphone over the years. He's a bit of a mentor, I guess. I constantly have questions for him. I remember texting him one morning. I was having this real difficulty kind of conceptually thinking about playing over chord changes on the vibraphone and soloing over the top and stuff. And, I just texted him a really quick question, and like a second later, my phone's ringing. And I'm like, oh my God, and it's Mike. And I answer the phone, and right away, the first thing he says, look, man, this is something my old teacher used to tell me. He's like, you got the 1 and your 5. The 1 is your home. The 5 is the grocery store. You're just going to the grocery store and back. You don't worry about anything else in between, right? And, and this is on the other side of the phone like, what? What the hell? The question that I asked. Okay. Now I'm sort of get what's going on. But anyway, this is a song called Life Behind Bars. Was my favorite toy in front of the stereo all day long, trying to find my favorite song. far. Never thought it would lead to a left behind bar. Fast forward to Buffalo, I was on the drums, playing from all over the city. Bunnies, bars, and clubs for a cover charge. No ticket stubs, then we taught the tour life on the road. Pull up to the club, up the van on road, set it up, sound check, get food, that place, that one set breaks, and two get paid. Never enough was the root beer, money for the gas that brought us here. It kept us alive and it kept us fed, kept us drunk enough to call a floor a bed. In a cheap hotel or a frat house, living room, looking like a mummy in a chair, coming too far out. Underneath the stars, about to wake up to a right behind bars. All right. So, performing a kind of hip hop style song is 100 times different than recording one. I had it this afternoon. I did it a couple times. I went over it several times and got it right a couple of those several times. Completely didn't just now. Ran out of breath a couple times, but it happens. The hardest thing about for me about doing like a hip hop rap kind of song is when you do it live, knowing when to breathe, so you don't actually just pass out from lack of breath. All right, so Jimbo did a couple cool versions of some Tom Waits songs, and I am going to continue that. This is a song called Clap Hands. Sane, sane, we're all insane. Fireman's blind, the conductor's lame. Cincinnati jacket and a sad luck day. Hanging out the window with a bottle full of rain. Clap hands. Clap hands. Oh, clap hands. Clap hands. Roll, roll, thunder and a roar. Some bitches never come back anymore. Moon on a window and a bird on a pole. Can always find a millionaire, shovel all the coal. Clap hands. Clap hands. Oh, clap hands. Clap hands. I said steam, steam, 100 bad dreams. Going up to Harlem with a pistol in his jeans. $50 bill inside a paladin's cap. Nobody sure where Mr. Knickerbocker's at. I said roll, roll, thunder and a roar. Some bitches never coming back anymore. Moon on a window and a bird on a pole. You can always find a millionaire to shovel all the coal. Clap hands. Clap hands. Oh, clap hands. Clap hands. $50 bill inside a paladin's cap. Nobody's sure where Mr. Knickerbocker's at. I said shine, shine, Roosevelt dime. All the way to Baltimore, running out of time. Salvation Army seems to wind up in a hole. They all went to heaven in a little rowboat. Clap hands. Clap hands. Clap hands. Oh, clap hands. Clap hands. Clap hands. Clap hands. Oh, clap hands. All right, little Tom Waits for you. Stuff is good. So let's see what we got here. All right. Oh, shit. That was really annoying. I completely just quit. Where the hell did it go? Man, sometimes iPad is just annoying as hell, man. Like, for real. All right, anyway. This is one of the newer ones that I've done recently. New for me is the past whatever, probably 2 months, I guess. As far as oh man, I really don't know what I'm doing. Since I've been writing everything since the dawn of quarantine, mostly. So this is only about a month old. Maybe it might actually be more than that, but anyway, this is a song called "Down to This." question everything. Is there time enough to wonder? Is there time enough to worry? Is there time enough to question everything? So at the beginning of that song, for some reason, I was started thinking about a story, another story, and this is a yoke story that directly involves Jim LaMonaco, and it was. So we were at a Circle K, and it's maybe like 3 in the morning. Again, I described this earlier, a bunch of really sketchy looking people. So 2 vans in the parking lot of the Circle K. That's all that's in the lot. So we go in and people are buying stuff and all, whatever. And I'm sitting in the van. I might have gone in and got cigarettes, and that was it. So I'm sitting in the back of the van, which was, this was Jimbo's van I happened to be riding in at the time. So it had like captain's chairs, and all the gear rode in the other van, Dave's van, and that could only fit 4 people, and then everybody else rode in Jimbo's van. There was no passenger's front seat. It was just the captain's chairs and a couch in the back, and I'm sitting on the couch in the back. And Jimbo comes walking out of the Circle K, and he, comes in, he sits down, he goes, opens up a bag of chips, and he starts eating chips and dip, and we're sitting there talking or whatever. And then the cops show up, and Butter, our tour manager at the time, and Bundy, who was our sound engineer, they come walking out of the store, and the cops instantly start questioning Butter. And they have him empty his pockets and all this stuff, and he's taken everything out of his pockets, and he pulls out, the whole Altoids tin. He hands everything over. The cop's about to open the Altoids tin, and Jimmy John comes stepping out of the Circle K, trips, and drops his nachos. The nachos hit the floor. Jimmy John freaks out. He just starts screaming. He's cursing like he's going nuts, man. Motherfucker, oh my God. He hadn't seen the cop at this point. So now the cop turns to him. He's like, "What is your problem?" And he just hands everything back to Butter. He's like, "Here you go. Look." And he turns around at Jimmy John, thinking Jimmy John's like some kind of nut job. And Jimmy John explains to him that he just spent the last 10 to 15 minutes scraping out all the rest of the end of the nacho cheese out of that whole thing to put onto his nachos. And he just dropped it all over the parking lot. So there's no more nacho cheese left in this Circle K in the back. And he was really looking forward to those things. And now they're gone. And of course, at this point in time now, Bundy and Butter are gone as well. So the cop really has no idea what to do. So he walks back into the store, talks to the guy behind the store, comes back out, gets in his car, and leaves. Finally, Butter and Bundy come back. They get in the van. Like, what the hell was all that about? And Butter's like, I don't know, man. He was asking me. He said somebody was in a long black coat was in the store, and he stole a bunch of stuff. But the clerk behind the store can't ID him. He doesn't exactly know what he looks like, just that he had a long black coat. And Jimbo's sitting there eating his chips and dip. He's like, "Huh, that must have been me." And I guess the chips and dip that he ate, he just 5-fingered from the store and caused all this bedlam, and was saved by Jimmy John's occasional imbalances. Awesome stuff. structures abandon me. I don't want my soul to be the last thing I see. I don't want to be no enemy. I don't want to be no Lenny Bruce. I don't want to feel like I ain't got no excuse. I don't want to be the one to stick my head through the news. I don't want to be no Lenny Bruce. I don't want to be no James Dean. I don't want to feel like I've been stuck in between who I am and who I'm supposed to be on the silver screen. I don't want to be no James Dean. I don't want to be no Keith Moon. I don't want to feel like my end couldn't come too soon. I don't want someone to find me face down in my room. I don't want to be no Keith Moon. I don't want to be no Jeff Buckley. I don't want to take that step into the Mississippi. I don't ever want to get so deep that no one can reach me. I don't want to be no Jeff Buckley. I don't want to be no Kurt Cobain. I don't want to have to bite the bullet just to ease the pain. You know I I've been babbling a little bit tonight, but there's some good stories out there to tell, and sometimes I just gotta tell them that the Colorado trip. Oh, that, like I said, that thing was full of stories, and basically one of the things that happened, we had a yellow school bus, which we had to paint because you can't have a yellow school bus unless it's your school bus. So we painted it silver, all this stuff, but we took it out and this thing was like, I mean, it was awesome, but it was also a plague on us for a long time. So that was the vehicle when we first went out to Colorado. And of course, this thing hits altitude and it just dies. It just can't run. It got out somewhere in the front range of Colorado. Maybe we got as far as Denver, took it to a shop. The shop's working on it. We rent a, maybe a car, I think, and a box truck, put all the gear in the box truck, put a couple guys in the back of the box truck, which is awesome, driving through mountain passes and all that stuff. Great fun. Do the gigs, come back, pick up we make it as far as St. Louis, Missouri, back from Colorado. Bus dies again. So now we're stuck in St. Louis. So those guys all rent. We rent another box truck. At this time, our tour manager was Marcus Sheftel. Marcus, and Butter's real name's Brian Letterman. I just so used to calling him Butter. So Marcus volunteers. I'll stay here and I'll drive the bus back when it's fixed. They said it's like a couple days, so he gets to spend a couple days near St. Louis, Missouri, not in St. Louis, Missouri, mind you. So I'm like, fuck this. I'm not getting in another box truck. I'm not sitting in the back of a box truck to drive from St. Louis, Missouri to Binghamton, New York. No fucking way. I'm getting on a Greyhound. So I go buy a Greyhound ticket, which, the first half was carnies. I got to hang out with two carnies, and that was interesting because... And they were interesting people. And, and then the stuff starts switching. One of the stops that we get out of to get off the bus, and I'm looking for a place to go smoke a bowl, and there's this kid, and, he was maybe 17, 16 years old. He's like, hey, man, you want to get high? He was, like, traveling with his grandmother. So... he goes and gets me high behind some fucking trees somewhere outside the bus station. So that was like surreal. Get back on the bus, stop in Pittsburgh, and this is a crazy ass freaking story. So I go into the bathroom in the bus station in Pittsburgh, and I'm stupid at this point in time. I was like 25, 26 years old and just a complete freaking idiot. I got my backpack on my back. There's a flute. I play I used to carry a flute around to practice the flute, and on the flute there's a big sticker that says thank you for pot smoking. So I go into the stall in the bathroom in the Pittsburgh bus station and start smoking a bowl because I'm that dumb. Take a couple hits, use the bathroom, wash my hands, get out. I might not even wash my hands. As I'm walking out of the bathroom, two police officers walking into the bathroom. They walk right past a dude, white guy, dreadlocks, cut off jean shorts. I mean, army, 3/4 army jacket, whatever the hell I wore back then, which was not like, kind of ignore me clothes. Walk right past me, walk to the only black dude who was younger than me, maybe 20, 19 years old, straight-laced as can be, like button-down shirt, glasses, just completely straight-laced kid, obviously. Walk right to him and start shaking him down. It didn't register in my brain as this happened. I just kept walking, went back to the bus, sat down. The bus is waiting. We're kind of late to move. They're just like, we're just waiting for one passenger. Kid comes on the bus. And I'm like, oh, man. And then it all connects in my head. And he sits down. And I'm like, what, can I just ask you what happened? He's like, I just standing there, and I just got harassed by the cops for having weed. And I'm like, really? Because this is what happened. And I told him exactly what happened. And he just looked at me, he's like, that's, unfortunately, man, that's just fucking how it goes. And, it was one of the first times where all this shit just kind of clicked in my head. Like, how can you walk past me, the way I looked at the time, and walk up to a dude who is, a jacket shy of a suit, basically, and be like, you're the one who was smoking weed in the bathroom. Not that, like, freak-looking white kid who just walked out. It was definitely you. Really bizarre. Every day when I wake up, it's better than the last. I never look forward and I don't like living in the past. And you can learn so much from me, I'll tell you what I do. Concern yourself with no one else, you know it's all about you.
Don't care what it costs. Just wanna see the gains. No concerns for the loss. It's all making crystal clear when I put these blinders on. So just don't interfere. Stay on your side where you belong. I'll take all I can get, even what I didn't earn. Big brother, comfort me. Pay attention to my concerns. If this don't go my way, there's no telling what I'll do. Too high a price to pay, so I'll just blame it all on you.
And every day when I wake up, I'm better than before. I took everything that I need, and so I'll try for more. And you can do what I can do, just let me show you how. Consequence is just a word that has no meaning right now.
Live in bliss, don't care what it costs. Just wanna see the gains, no concerns for the loss. Don't offer me the facts, it goes against my plan of keeping it all intact. I'm doing the best I can to give you all that you want. You know you can count on me to stand up for you all while I conspire secretly. And if this don't go my way, there's no telling what I'll do. Too high the price to pay, so I'll just blame it all on you.
And every day when I wake up and read the writing on the wall, I lay in bed and wonder how long till we fall. And if I do what they do, I think I'd lose my mind.
comes to them so easily, but I'm not so inclined. And every day I wake up looking at the sky. I lay in bed and wonder, but never question why. If you can do what I can do, I'm sure you'd understand. The sudden sense of urgency to get it all in hand.
'Cause I wanna live in bliss, but it's not what the cost. How can I count the gains without noting the loss? It's always been crystal clear, I never put those blinders on. No more am I living in fear, this is where I belong. Don't wanna take from your hand, I got all that I need. What I want I will earn, won't be driven by greed. And if this don't go my way, do the best that I can do. And if it's worth it, I'll pay and do my best to see it through, see it through, see it through.
Alrighty. So that was a song called Bliss. There's another one of the earlier songs that I wrote. Yeah, that one was it was a weird. Not basically what happened was I had the kind of Afro pop intro thing, and I wrote it and I posted the recording of it, the step-by-step recording of it stuff on Instagram, and then that was all I had, and I didn't know what to do, and then finally I kind of thought of a bridge. Like I didn't even know if there was going to be words. Like it might have been an instrumental. And then I thought of the sort of chorus for the song, and then the rest of the whole thing just like smacked into place. And I finished it up, and it was kind of cool. It came out pretty decent. So this next one is another one of the new-ish. This one might be a month old, I think. I posted it a month ago, then I posted a re-edited version, I think a week ago. This is called Yesterday, Today, and Tomorrow.
breaking chains, but the mind's still fettered. They're opening with King's Gambit. Time to decline or take the pawn. Can't rely on the dark square bishop. He just got hung on the castle lawn. Can't listen when nobody's talking. Can't sleep when you got no voice. Can't see when there's no clarity. Can't choose when you got no choice. I know it sucks feeling burned out. I know it sucks feeling helpless. And it sucks when you're running with no place to go. You feel stuck, but we're gonna get through this. When you're in the minority, your words don't seem to count. Just sit back and defer to authority. The legend grows with each account. I must admit, half of me wants this, but the other half don't. Dichotomy is my existence. Sink the ship so we all can float. Now nothing really makes sense, but we still reap what we sow. Irresponsibility, greed, and misery. How do you make that garden grow? I know it sucks feeling burned out. I know it sucks feeling helpless. And it sucks to say I told you so. I know it sucks, but they're gonna shelf this.
All right, so that will be my time for tonight. Thank everybody for tuning in, coming down and watching. There's still, 2 more awesome acts after, so stick with the Busking Down the House page. Thank to the people that run that page, because they're freaking awesome. They help me time and time again, and just for doing this, simply for doing this, is completely awesome. And so Stick Martin should have been started, or is starting right now, and then you have Jeff Skaggs, after him. So stick around to the Busking page, check out everything that's going on. And my next stream, which will be not 2 weeks from tonight, but 2 weeks from tomorrow night, I'm going to switch to Sunday, same time, 9 to 10:30, Sunday nights. So the next stream will be on a Sunday night. So again, thanks everybody for watching, and hope you all had fun. I had a great time doing it once again, and enjoy. And if you need the song or anything that I played tonight, it's on my SoundCloud. Check my Facebook page. My Instagram page has the link to my SoundCloud in it as well. And hopefully next time I'll just have it at the bottom of the screen. So enjoy. Have a good night, y'all. Thank you.